Right here to Dufaux versus Woulphy, winners finals at Fortlan 2024.
All right, let's hop right into this. And already speeder online, we're catching up to the speed right here.
Absolutely, two very fast characters on screen.
It's really interesting because obviously Sonic's game plan is to camp at the corner, wait for the timer to go down, while Shulk really wants to get in, put this big sword in your face, and let you panic for it. But the Monarchs just changed so much of what Shulk's plan really is, kind of.
Absolutely.
So when you have Speed Hour online, do you want to chase after the Sonic? Do you want to get something else going for that? So you have these options that let you just play the game how you want to play with these arts. But the real question is, can Woulphy camp him out faster than Dufaux could put him on?
Absolutely, and Woulphy's going to have to know when he's going to have to bite, so he just can't stay in the corner and let him farm arts forever, but we're seeing an early smash up air taking off the top.
That's scary.
That is super scary.
That's, to start off the set, that's terrifying.
Absolutely, very demanding, just like, oh, I got you at smash 50, you're dead, and here's that shield art we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, that shield art's gonna come in handy. Just to be able just to beat any kind of spin move right there, whatever they're called. I forgot. There's two of them. There's too many in this game. But it's gonna be very nice just to eat those up and just eat these like big finishers that Sonic really has that lead into those combos. Just like, all right, I'm just standing here and eat it. What are you gonna do now? I'm now in advantage state.
Yep, but that back throw is gonna take it. Woulphy evening it up a bit. Only a 40% deficit here.
Any deficit is even, in my opinion.
Oh yeah, pretty close, especially, but the smash is here, which honestly is going to make Sonic's advantage state worse because it's just going to launch him away, not going to let him get as many of those good combos as he'd want.
And I'm just loving the patience from Woulphy, just not me dealing with it. Like, I died at 50 for approaching.
Yep.
Almost in the corners in charge spin moves. So there goes. There's the 1-2-3 jab coming out, and Dufaux is playing this so well. A little bit of a whiff on the smash deck, but hey, if it works, it works.
Absolutely, and that turnaround up be able to catch the spin across shield, really good. I'm curious how we're going to see that more because usually a lot of characters don't really have something that reaches that far when people cross them up, especially out of shield. And the
backslash hitting off strong set. We got a one smash short, one backslash short. Can we finish up with something crazy right here?
I know, this is really crazy. A move you really don't see Schultz use that much, but pulling out more of a niche of saying, hey, I'm gonna get you with this backslash and I'm gonna kill you.
It's very cool to see, but already Buster Online getting a little bit shield for just putting Woulphy in the corner. Is like, all right, you have to deal with this now. How do you get out of this? And obviously just resetting back to neutral, getting back to the center stage, kind of reclaim that stage control. That's what Sonic really wants to get. Definitely. Put you in the corner, teach that stage control, keep that timer always ticking. So, but Dufaux is doing such a very good job just not letting that happen. Just like, all right, I have big sword, you deal with it. Good luck.
Absolutely. And we're seeing Woulphy play that really slow game, saying, I'm not going to overextend and make the deficit bigger than it is. I'm going to wait for the perfect moment to spin in and get my follow-up to really be able to take that stock moving in. But we are just seeing Woulphy spin from corner to corner. But those disjoints you were talking about earlier are really coming out, where Dufaux is able to just spin out, and the up smash doesn't connect, falling out of it. Shulk up smash, not the most consistent move,
but it's the most damaging.
Yes.
The risk is like move will sometimes not work. The reward, you're dead.
The reward is you are dead, especially with that smash art that he had on. But we're seeing at Woulphy at about 100% deficit in the smash online. Yep, and the tomahawk up tilt is gonna take it there.
There's that up tilt coming out, just putting in work for the opponent, taking that first game of sending a message, just like, hey, your camping's not gonna work against me. That was a pretty quick game as well too. So.
Yes, it was, and it was one of those things where you want to feel, or you want to decide who's really controlling the pace of this match right now, and it really felt like it was Dufaux to me, especially when you're comparing it to somebody playing Sonic. You usually think, all right, they have to play our game, but it almost looked like Woulphy was really just having to play around all of what Dufaux is doing, which I think is really important in a set to be the one in control.
Trying to search up player history, but I can't get the computer to work. So, but we're gonna hop in game number 2 right here. And go running back to PS2. Very interesting choice. It's kind of weird because like you obviously want to go to a bigger stage for Sonic, but I feel like Dufaux's gonna ban all those stages, obviously. Yep. So it's just like, what other choice do you have? You want to give the smaller stage where Smash Art just kills so early?
Yeah, and
stuff like that happen, or do you just run it back to PS2 and hope something changes in your game plan?
Absolutely. This is where we kind of have a happy medium of where Woulphy can go in the corner and spin, and Dufaux is going to be able to have, you know, his space to deal with spin. So, and Sonic, a character who's usually really good at getting off the ledge with a lot of mix-ups that he has, but Dufaux showing that these big disjoints can kind of make that a problem for him in these situations.
It really feels like Dufaux wants to play in this middle range where Sonic does have a sword. Thank God.
Yep.
But he wants to play in this middle range where it's like, sword will hit, Sonic will down. What do you do against this? And you're going to have to approach somehow because you're always going to fight from behind just because these buffs are, or whatever the Monado's coming out. Just keep winning the hits. You're trading hits, but Defoe's going to win every trade just because he dishes out more damage. So it's like, all right, the Sonic will not be able to camp that much ever. So how do you deal with this?
Absolutely. Oh, the backslash coming out a bit early right there. I mean, this is more of what we've seen of Woulphy putting himself in the corner, which you know is what Sonic wants to do. But we see Dufaux, he's able to just hold center from there, kind of throw out his arts and just really run around and control everything that Woulphy's doing. We do see Woulphy with a bit of a lead now, though. But, I mean, when a deficit this close, and there's what I was talking about before, the smash art, just making spin into a follow-up, just not really a thing.
That too, and also loving the hit switching too, which is like, at any chance, if Defoe's in disadvantage, get off a smash art early. Not even risking it, just like, all right, just get off anything, I don't care what I get. Just give me something that doesn't let me die. So, obviously, when the speed art, they're just like, all right, I'm going to get back to ledge, reset back to neutral, try to find something, but the grab, the back throw isn't going to do it just yet. But last art online before they all come back, and this is where you make your moment. This is where you have to get something going. Just like, all right, I think I have to kill here, I have to get something going, I have to make some type of crazy plays where you come back, because Dufaux is playing from behind. That didn't happen the first game, so you got to readjust your game plan to get back that lead.
Sitting at 150 right now. It's anybody's game who can take this first stock, and being able to play a stock lead against either Shulk or Sonic is going to be so important. It's something both these players really are going to be able to excel at. So the dash attack coming out, this is what I'm talking about, the ledge trap situations before. Woulphy taking it as long as he can, but that back hit of that nair.
Yeah, the nair's big and it's very dangerous, but finally Woulphy taking up the first stock after 3 minutes into the game. We're in here for a long one.
Absolutely, absolutely.
But I mean, hey, Dufaux is doing a very good job just keeping up with Sonic. It's such a struggle to find what your character's strengths are against this matchup. I feel like this character just really doesn't have that many losing matchups, if not none. So the fact that you can find your strengths with your character, find this game plan that was working for at least a game is impressive enough already.
Absolutely.
So, but he's got to get the gears turning a little bit. Just find the counter. He's like, all right, my opponent has adjusted. What else have in the kit that do it? I feel like Shulk is just a bag of tricks. There's something I always see that's new. I'm like, this character could do this? Huh?
Definitely. And especially against a character like Sonic who can put you in such rough situations with, like, you know, invincible multi-hit spin flying at you, being able to kind of have those X-Factor moments of pulling out something new or saying, hey, now that this combo doesn't work anymore, I think is something that is really nice. But and that shield art would come out right there, saving Dufaux.
And there's Jumper just trying to get back, reset back to neutral right here. The speeder trying to catch up to Sonic speed, but not going to get it. You're a little too slow yourself right there. And that second stock from Dufaux going out. And Woulphy finally has a lead, a really decent lead in the set.
Absolutely. This is when Woulphy's going to be building up that extra credit to say, even if you get Smash Art, or even if you put on Shield Art, and I'm not racking up as much damage, it's still a whole deficit.
But, I mean, hey, Defoe's down to full stock. It's kind of a mountain to climb, especially a character against Sonic, so...
Absolutely.
I'm not going to not believe until I see the victory screen, until I see #1 character.
Yep.
There's always fighting someone until that victory screen pops up, but it's looking more and more dire as this game goes up. But the up B, killing so early as well. That was the comeback you needed right there. That was a reversal that you really needed to get back into this game right here.
Yes, if he can get one good advantage state with Buster Art, that's just honestly going to even it back up and him be able to put Woulphy in these bad positions, but this deficit is just growing.
It's growing, but we saw last time, bro that at 70 or 80.
Yeah.
It was pretty early, so anything can happen. Shulk, like I said, Shulk is a bag of tricks. It's a bag of Wonder Bread. Stuff can just always happen.
Absolutely, and I think it's important to note where Shulk kind of has that X factor where Sonic isn't really going to be killing you at like 70 or anything, or at least Shulk.
Sonic puts on the damage.
He does put on the damage.
He can kill that early, but it's like he has to edge guard for it. He has to kind of take this little bit of a risk to really go for it, while Shulk is just like, all right, I have Smash Art, don't get hit.
Yes.
For 5 seconds. There you go.
Yep, have fun avoiding the, my fair simulator in the corner.
That big sword, look how big that sword was. It hit above platform.
And I think it would also catch Woulphy jumping off flat too. Shooting out that down air at ledge, trying to get a 2 for a moment. Really running off saying, I need to make this move because... And getting off that smash art, like you said, he does not want to have that unnecessary moments where anything stray from Woulphy's going to kill.
Their shield art just to survive a little bit longer to get that smash art back, but is it going to be enough? You're going to die to the back air. Not going to die just yet.
Just barely. Getting off ledge here. Woulphy with no double jump right now. That was almost it. Oh my gosh, it's so scary playing around with that smash art.
It's so scary because it's just like anyone could die. Anything could happen.
Literally
Dufaux could die.
Yep.
Woulphy could die. Anyone could die. So it's just like who's going to get hit and who's going to survive. But the down smash not able to get the footstool. Not going to do anything with it. But the down tilt is going to take that second game for Woulphy right there. And we've finally hit a minute.
Absolutely. Ooh, wow. But it, you know, even if it's a slow match, it's still where a lot of things are happening, you know, throughout the whole game. It's not really, they're interacting with each other still. It's just taking a long time for it to happen.
There's a lot happening, but it doesn't feel like that because they're always like just pressing each other's throats.
Yes, definitely. This is like an aggressive timeout we're seeing.
It's fun to see. I love to see weird matchups like this. It's always just like, all right, there's not that many Shulk. Shulk is a hard character to play, so you don't really get to see that often. And Sonic is also a hard. No matter how many people want to admit it, Sonic's hard.
Oh, I agree. I think he's really hard.
To have that mentality to camp out like that, that's a struggle to do.
Definitely.
So it's really interesting to see these weird matchups and just like see how they go about it. And it's so cool to see because it's like I'm seeing interactions I've never seen before.
Oh, and it's so awesome, especially from players of this caliber too, who are really pushing their characters to their limits here at Fortlan. So. Getting into game 3, running it right back to PS2. I'm expecting that's what we're going to see.
I'm guessing it's PS2 all the way. I think the bans is just like, all right, you banned the good stages. What do you got left? PS2?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll take it there.
I mean, it's the best choice you got.
Oh yeah, definitely a good pick here. So we're gonna see, you know, what's Dufaux? What do you think Dufaux's gonna want to change from the last match?
I don't think there's anything to change. I just think you got hit too many times. That's it.
Yep.
I think the game plan right now is very good. It's working pretty well, and it's just like, all right, cool. You got what you came for. It's just Sonic's hard to fight.
He's very difficult to fight, but luckily Shulk, you know, does have those tools. I really want to talk about that disjoint again, where he can play out of that Sonic, maybe be able to hit him a little bit before a spin and getting him in those offstage snares and that backslash. Really good to catch ledge right there.
It's really good, but what's the reward out of it? You don't really get that much.
Back to stage, I guess. That's.
But it's just like if you get back to stage and you miss, all right, cool. You're now an end lag. Survive. New objective.
Yep, that runoff fair right there, really good. Not many places Dufaux could go.
It's because I want to say Dufaux could be doing something different. I don't think he can. I think he's playing like actively the really matchup really well. It's just like these situations where it's just like, all right, you got hit one too many times. Can't really do much about that. That's just the game.
Yep.
But that F smash is going to even up that stock count right here and really bring it back from Dufaux. Because I killed pretty early as well, too.
It did, yeah. I think he was at like sub 100 when he got hit. So that's what I was talking about, where Shulk can just kind of be like, and I'm just going to, you know, at least try to kill you here to bring this back here. But we're seeing Woulphy win more of these interactions, rack up more of this damage early.
Woulphy's catching on the Monada art pattern, which is like something that's already hard enough to keep track of the opponent's gimmick. That you can just like, all right, your opponent's going to do this here, get out of this here. And Dufaux just has to mix it up a little bit. It's like maybe not to use Monada, even though it gives you that huge boost. Maybe just like not pop it a little bit. Just kind of just play the game out to see what Woulphy really does just to not deal with it. You know, it will give you a lot of reward. What happens if you just do nothing with it?
Yeah, that'll be really interesting to see how Dufaux is able to use, like, adapting his usage of arts as we go in here. And there's that backslash getting punished that you were talking about earlier. A bit of a risky option trying to get down because there's a bit of startup before that.
Bad startup, bad end lag.
Yeah.
It's like you get back to stage, but you risked a lot, and that was a good reward for Woulphy. You almost taking the stock out right there.
Yes, definitely. Ooh, the good tomahawk grab to put Woulphy back off. This is like the moment for Shulk. Have you in the corner, off stage at like 70 with Smash Art. Is he going to be able to get that? But Sonic able to take these like such kind of almost unique patterns back to stage. You wouldn't think Sonic would be able to move around, you know, as much as he does, but you know, with a mix of spinning and going so low and catching is something that Woulphy's recovery paths are really good for not dying at those early percents.
They call him the blue blur for a reason.
They absolutely do. And yes,
good tomahawk, good empty grabber, good empty up grabber there, getting that grab, getting that forward throw, and taking out that stock. And now Dufaux has a lead once again. But how long can you get extra credit for it? How long can you just put this extra percent just to keep it going, get your foot back in the game right here? Because I feel like if you lose this stock pretty early without getting the extra percent, it's just going to be another mountain to climb.
Yep, and that upward angled F tilt, not quite able to do it, but there's that spring. Such a great edge guard tool for Sonic. Lets him just get out of situations, and that move is frame 4, which lets him escape out of situations really well. But it's not really something we're going to see from Shulk too much, because he's really just hitting you with like singular hits. Not many combos that we're going to see where Sonic would want to escape, vertically.
I mean, it might do something if, like, you have speed online, you don't have that vertical height to get back from spring, but, like, other than that, it's not going to do too much.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's popping his shield right when he gets that combo.
And this is where Dufaux really has to play well, play out of his mind just to not lose this percent lead by a huge amount. So if you lose that percent, back to the corner for Woulphy, let's go camping. There we go. But Dufaux just has to play so well not to take that much percent. It already at 70. It's already rising. Uh-oh.
And he's got to get this Buster off him as well. There we go. Does not want to take unnecessary damage. Woulphy just standing outside of that ledge roll range saying, all right, I'm just going to wait and see what you're doing because I can just catch up to you in that time.
Woulphy can kind of just react to what Dufaux is doing because it's just like, yeah, Shulk and Auto is strong. It's kind of like reactable, I feel like.
Yeah, you're able to understand, kind of what this Shulk is going to want from what art he has on currently, or even just the position he's in.
But Smash Art is online, and the patience from Woulphy, just the whole shield right there, knowing that I got full shield. You're not going to shield poke much.
Yeah, and Smash Art just does not do a lot of damage to shield. And I'm not too aware of how that up air can poke going through there, but the double fair. Oh, I almost thought the triple was going to take it. Buster is here. Big damage coming out. Ooh,
risk it all with the up smash.
Yeah.
It probably was going to kill, but it's still a risky up smash to do because that move is known not for working, especially with Buster online. But Smash Art is back online, and this is where one of them just needs one move like this.
Or Woulphy runs off to the other side.
Let's go camping.
And waits for it. Yep. That shield art is holding his center stage.
Yeah, Woulphy just baiting out these arts. He just knows that anything can happen, and he'd rather just wait for the perfect opportunity to strike and just like, all right, I got 0 risk for doing this. I get all the reward for winning the game.
And the crazy air dodge from Woulphy getting backstage. Both of these players so disciplined in the decisions they're making. Their risk reward is being managed so well.
Smash Art's online for Dufaux. The Nair spam is coming out, and just once again waiting, just pops the shield art. Just back at a stalemate. We're
about to go under a minute.
Yeah, we're about to hit a minute left on the game right here too. So
I don't think
it could go to time, but I don't think so. They're both too high of a percent. That just one straight hit will just kind of end it all. So
here we go. Yep, run off fast as you can. Fair, giant hitbox, just boom down. Really getting Woulphy off there. Woulphy shaking his head a bit. And one thing to note about playing, when we're talking about Sonic playing hard, playing Sonic during a set, you just camped for like 6-7 minutes and you lost.
Yeah, that's like I did all that work for nothing.
Yes, all that patience, all that just to go down. So we're gonna see he's able to keep his game plan going on into the next match here against Dufaux, going up 2-1.
It's a struggle too, because like you said earlier, you do all this camping, all this patience to play that well, and it's like I lost the game. That's mentally draining.
Barely.
That's so mentally draining. Just like, why am I here? I'm doing this timeout game, I'm playing this patience game, and I can't even win with it.
Yep.
It's just so mentally draining. But unless if you have that mental fortitude to keep it going, and if Woulphy does, we're about to see a game 5 probably.
Absolutely. People always talk about like what makes a good character versus what makes like a good bracket character. Where Sonic, like all that mental stack, all that time it's gonna take, really show a testament of how this character is to play in long bracket runs. But Woulphy taking a really demanding start really quickly
Woulphy's
as well.
Angry.
Yes, he is absolutely upset. Ooh, I was wondering if we were going to see something come.
I think one of my favorite things as a commentator to especially watch the sets is to see when emotions affects gameplay, but in a positive way.
Absolutely.
Woulphy is angry that he lost this game, and you can tell right here. He is angry that he lost. He knows he deserves to win, and he's showing why he deserves to be in Grands right here.
Absolutely. Cashing out a little more than he would before, wanting to get more of those big reads because he's saying, hey, I'm going to win this. I'm going to put the damage on you. But look at Dufaux's percent here. I
didn't even realize that's 201. What?
And Spin just kills off the top. Woulphy only sitting at 47.
It's impressive that Dufaux lived that long. It's also more impressive that Dufaux didn't do that much.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was really just Sonic was able to play his game. And now, speaking of Sonic playing his game, Woulphy's a stock up and only at 47%, where he said, all right, I played a little aggressive. Maybe now I can take it a little slow and see what to move from here. But
stock up, you know the vibes.
you do know the vibes, and the vibes here are the smash art not coming quite out to Dufaux's favor. Oh, and the smash art, or the shield spot dodge.
Yeah, whiffing the grab as well, and Dufaux has such a mountain. Like, it felt like last game that Dufaux had a really high mountain to climb. Now it feels like a struggle.
Definitely.
It really feels like, your car broke down the beginning of the mountain, now you have to climb it by foot. I don't even want to do this anymore.
Oh, but the fair hitting the ledge hang right there is kind of that equalizer we needed. That fair
Hey, he fixed the car. He's back in the game.
Absolutely. The car is back.
We swapped the tires. We're back on the road. We're getting this going.
Absolutely, but it seems like
I want to see more combos coming out from Dufaux with Buster, especially those high percent combos that Choke is really has on deck. But I wonder how hard it is to do. Because it feels like they're kind of tricky, because we're seeing these Nair's forwarders coming out from Dufaux, but it's kind of that 1-2 combo that Sorties are really known for, and I've seen Chokes go for these kind of cutscene combos where things just get up to 80, and it's just okay, what happened here?
Absolutely. Maybe. Oh, and man, I've never seen a Shulk use backslash as much as Dufaux. Oh.
It's impressive because it's just you think this useless move doesn't work, but it has this one niche use, and Defoe's putting it to the max. And almost killed two with the backslash.
Yeah, and he's saying, "Oh, you're crossing me up." Just turns out that your back's behind me. But Woulphy taking Dufaux down here to his last stock, saying, "I really want to force this game 5, build my momentum up."
But Dufaux, I mean, we saw this last time. Dufaux was down a lot, brought it back easily because Shulk is just Shulk. So we can literally see anything possible. I feel like I'm eating my own words as I keep talking.
Spinning in, but just Sonic is known for kind of these pretty much kind of cutscene combos on himself with these up airs, back airs. This has just been a battle of 1-2s from each of these players.
Great shield art right there. I feel like that back air would have put Dufaux in a terrible situation, but taking the shield art with the back air. And then I got Buster online. Not going to do too much for Dufaux, but you're already at 104 and a full stock down.
Yeah, that was that position you were talking about earlier, but yeah, to run off stage with the speed, the way the last match ended. But this is kind of what we saw before with Woulphy having this about 100% deficit where, all right, now you got to play my game. And I'm just going to spin around you and...
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Tragic Woulphy. I think he spun off stage, and if you don't have a jump, you can't stop spinning.
That's upsetting to see.
My goodness.
I was really